when it comes to meetings and resources when it comes to alcohol awareness, drug, all that. So I've posted the link on there so you guys can see it. Let me look at my notes here. Still working on school case liaison job. Still helping with vaccine pods. Back to school bash. We will have a back to school bash this summer. It will be, we don't have the date set yet, but that will be this summer, about mid-July to the end of July. This year we're looking at partnering with the CUSP group, that is Communities United Serving People. The reason why we're doing that is because one, we're still going full force with COVID response for us at the Tennessee Department of Health. And then number two, in the past, they have done a back to school bash separate from the one that we have done before. So I thought, well, why not just come together and just have one big event for the county. So we're going to give it a try this year and partner with them. Last year they had their back to school bash at the Campora. So we're still in the planning of all of that. I'm very excited about it just because, I think we can make it a bigger event and serve a lot more people than what we used to help. Our numbers will be a lot better. So we're going to try to partner with CUSP this year, and I'll keep you guys informed about that. As of now, we're collecting school supplies, so if you wish to help, please let me know. Paper has been donated for this year, so we're good on paper. We're still collecting all sorts of school supplies, binders, pencils, everything that the kids could use. We're collecting that. If you want to help, just reach out to me. My email's listed on here. And then also the mammogram bus, the CHI Memorial or mammogram bus is coming in June. These people are the ones who, if you qualify, they can, if you qualify, they basically can help you with paying for your mammogram. So if you guys can help me get the word out, they're coming on June 17th from 9 to 3 p.m. And they will be located at the mayor's office, the parking lot where the farmer's market sets up. We're going to set them up in that area. I will get you guys the flyers and send them out so we can, put it out in our community and just be able to help those who don't have any insurance and, they need to get their mammogram done. Okay. There's a lot more flyers attached on here about commodities distribution. That will be in June. There is also a new program that the Good Samaritan has for new moms. They help you with backpacks that contain baby items, such as baby wipes, shampoo, lotion, diaper cream, manicure set, thermometer, blankets, lots and lots of great items. If you would work with new moms, feel free to send them to the Good Samaritan Ministries because they have a new program that is able to help them with baby items and of course, baby diapers and formula. I don't know what the qualifications are for that, but I just thought I would share with you guys.
Yeah, I have all those flyers at the end of the presentation also.
Okay, perfect. So all of those flyers I've sent to Melanie and she has them up. If you want them, let me know. There's more information about one-day event coming up in May. There's information about webinars, ACEs webinars coming up, Life Choices Walk for Life. Just let us know. I won't take up a lot more time about that. But just let us know. There's a lot of things starting to happening in our community, so I'm very excited about it. And just let me know if you have any questions, okay?
All right, thank you, Sophia. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Franklin County Prevention Coalition update.
Okay, this is, we put it in a newsletter because our coalition has grown. And we've got so many different programs going on, and we want to make sure that we update you on everything. So there's a ton of information. Please take a look at these newsletters. And if you want some printed, let us know. We will get some printed to you. We've got, let's see. We'll do our spotlight, which is library here in a minute. We're going to talk about the community scan that I did here during new business. Our student advisory connection is working together to make positive change in their schools. We've got students painting rocks with positive messaging. They're going to give those to their teachers just as, you know, it's a thank you for their hard work and to try to just let them know how much they are appreciated. We are going to be able to go to Tennessee Teen Institute this year. Woohoo! We couldn't go last year because, of course, everything was shut down. We're going to bring 2 teams. That's up to 18 students. And they're going to come back with an action plan with some things that they want to do within the community. And they're also going to help me plan the Thrive Youth Conference. Of course, we're not going to wait until after TTI to start planning Thrive, but they're going to bring back some ideas that they want to see happen. And we're going to try to incorporate that into our Thrive Youth Leadership Conference, which is going to happen the end of July. Last year, we did 30 youth in Franklin County. This year, we are going to expand that, and we are going to invite coalitions in our region to send their youth coalitions. So we're hoping this is a regional event that we're able to offer, and we're super stoked about that. We are hiring. We are looking for a youth ambassador. We had one last summer. She did fabulous. That was Elena, and she's coming back this year. But we're able to do another one. So, and a youth ambassador is someone that can reach youth in a way that we can't. And, you know, they need to have some experience as youth leaders. You know, we are looking for someone who graduated high school, you know, and no other degree is really required, but, you know, they have to have that youthful perception and personality, and they're going to work with our bridge kids. They're going to work with our with their rain kids. They're going to help us with social media. So really excited to be able to offer that position. So if you know someone who may be interested, have them send me their resume, and the email is jessie.sheehan@fcstn.net. And we are looking to, they need to be hired before the end of May, so we're probably going to take the next 2 weeks to accept applications. We got positive action at the Rain Teen Center doing community service learning projects, which has been fabulous. They did Easter dinner baskets. They did some cards for Valentine's Day, and they are currently, and this is normally a service learning project I bring to them and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Well, this time we said, hey, what kind of service learning project do you want to do? And our kids stepped up, and they said, and they identified about what Katie, about 12 different items. And then they voted, and they want to make homeless backpacks for the homeless. And so they are looking for backpacks, and good, strong, sturdy backpacks or duffel bags for them, blankets, new socks, hygiene items, and then like granola bars or, you know, some kind of small food item that we can put in there, because they have identified that homelessness is a problem in our community and they want to help. So they are working on making flyers. They need places that are willing to collect items, be able to put a poster up in and give those donations back to us. So if you want to help with that, please let us know. Our youth would really appreciate some community support. Ellen, you want to talk about Lifeline?
Sure. Really excited about the way things are going in the region that Project Lifeline covers in Region 5 South. Here lately, the doors are beginning to open back up and being able to get out and be a little bit more mobile. In the past month, was able to get over into Maury County and connect with their prevention coalition as well as juvenile court to try to implement the MRT program into that county. MRT stands for Motor Recognition Therapy. That's a 12-step cognitive behavior program. I've been doing that for the past 11 years. So we're trying to get that started up over there for the youth. And also we've met with Bedford County Prevention Coalition. We've also done a faith-based forum over there with the faith-based initiative. We've done that. And as far as that right there goes, I mean, that's better than what it has been in the past year, I would say. But we're still out into the communities, just making those connections, building those relationships, still getting people into treatment, still providing peer support. Every day.
You guys want to talk about Tennessee State Law? I can tell you they haven't slowed down.
No, if anything, I think we're getting busier. Usually when it gets into the summertime, we're trying to get out more and do more outreach, which is exactly what we're doing right now, not just in Franklin County, but all over the 13 counties me and Matt cover. We have been far west in our region, and Hinton County a lot, doing a lot of outreach here lately. We were at the Franklin County Library last week or the week before, doing some outreach. We partnered with Journey Church with the food program, doing outreach there. So we're trying to get out as much as possible right now during the summer. We like being out during the summertime. We've got a nice tent we can set up under. So if anyone wants to partner with us and let us set up, please let me and Matt know. Contact one of us. If you happen to see us out, when you're out in the community and you see us sitting on the side of the road or somewhere doing the outreach, please stop and say hi to us, chat with us for a little bit. We love having company. We've got 2 lot numbers of Narcan expiring here at the end of this month and at the end of May. If you have Narcan, look on the bottom of the box, check that expiration date. If it's getting close to expiring, let me or Matt know. We will get you a fresh kit, and if that the kit that you have has not expired yet, we'll get it to a local law enforcement who usually use it pretty quickly. We're continuing to build new community partners. Matt has been pushing a lot with the jail program that we're working on getting out right now. Franklin County Jail, we've been in there. It's been successful working with the reentry program there, doing some guys, but the goal of that is to, we want to get into the jails and get these guys and girls who are about to get out, and we want to get them trained and give them the tools and resources that they need, so when they get out, you know, when they're at that highest risk of overdosing, right after they get out of incarceration, they've got resources on them, or they've got Narcan on them that can help prevent an overdose, or with those resources, they can get a hold of someone, Alan with Lifeline, if that's an avenue that they want to pursue getting into treatment. We plan to roll that out across all the regions. We're currently meeting with several different jail administrators to try to see if we can get it into their jails, and we've got a couple more that I'm going to reach out to here pretty soon to see if we can start rolling that out. Matt played the biggest part, done more work on it than I have. He played a big part in getting that pushed out to the jail. Anything else, Matt? That's about it.
Trained a celebrity.
Oh, yeah. We trained a celebrity, the Easter Bunny. We got to go down to Hickman County to an event they were doing there, like a craft fair. And we set up and we're able to do trainings to community members that came to it. It was really successful, and we even got to train Easter Bunny. And we said, you know, even the Easter Bunny carries the locks on. Matt didn't want to do it, but I said, man, that'd be a perfect ad. Like, let's get a picture with the Easter Bunny. Let's train Easter Bunny when it comes in and we can get our program promoted out that way too. So yeah, that was really cool.
That was a really great idea, because when I saw that immediately, I thought people were gonna look twice at that,
Yeah.
with that Easter bunny on there. Have y'all seen an increase in overdoses in the region?
Yes, unfortunately, we have, we're seeing, we had kind of a spike in overdoses here recently in Lawrence County. It was one of them that was listed by the state. We'll be down there in Lawrence County this weekend, doing some outreach. Hickman County continues to be an area that's hit hard with it. You know, these are pretty rural areas, Lawrence County being right down on the Alabama border. It's a really kind of a rural county. Hickman County even more so. It's a lot more rural than a lot of the other counties, especially one side of it. So we're seeing a pretty big increase in those two, but we're seeing it all over the place, not just in our region, but in the state, in the country, and in the world, unfortunately. But you know, we've got these programs that are out there, try to help individuals, and we are seeing an increase in the amount of individuals that are carrying the naloxone. Hickman County Times, I think is the name of it, did a report in the newspaper article where they talked about, you know, prior to the last year, a lot of individuals up there weren't carrying naloxone, but now what they've seen is since the foundation called the Booker D Foundation started up there, we're seeing a lot more individuals carrying naloxone because now we've got someone in the community who's making a push and a drive, kind of like the coalition, funding coalitions that we got in different counties. Hickman County doesn't have that coalition. So this organization stepped up and they're unfunded, they're doing everything on their own, and they're making that push like a normal funded coalition would, and it's helping us get out in the community. So they play a big role, and because of that, we're seeing more naloxone out there now too.
Barbara, can you do a quick summary of that and what you got going on next week?
Sure. So the past month, we were working with law enforcement. For the past month, we've been working with law enforcement. We met with all the heads of the police department and the sheriff's department to get them to sign an MOU, signing on to handle with care. And that was very fun. And we are also, I've been working with Tabitha and Jesse on our debt proclamation that is happening next Wednesday at 10 o'clock on the square. The mayor is going to sign a proclamation that will make that day Drug and Addicted Children's Awareness Day. So we will be putting pinwheels and signs. Be on the lookout for those.
Awesome. And if you guys want to join any of our partners that want to come out and support this proclamation, you're welcome to come out in front of the courthouse in the square, 10 o'clock on Wednesday next week. Bridge, I'm just going to give an update real quick, just for time. The bridge program is rocking and rolling. We've had, I don't know, 8 new enrollees in the past month. So the program is continuing to grow. Our funds end June 30th. So we are scraping and, you know, just trying to get in the bottom of that barrel to keep the program going. So we are going to continue the program. We would like to continue to grow the program, but we need more funding. So we've got some applications for funding out. We just haven't heard back yet. Any community partners that want to jump in, let me know. We've helped, I think it was 72 families since we opened 3 years ago. So it's been one of our most successful programs.
Okay, is that all, Jesse? Okay, under new business, we have our monthly spotlight is the Franklin County Library. So we're excited to have Tina Stevens and Kathy Papp with us today. Yay. And I know they're going to share all the great things that's been happening over there at the library.
Is that man gonna see me over here? Will, once you start? It will once I start talking. I'm good at talking. Thank you, Tabitha.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Excited. We'll try to be there next Wednesday. That sounds awesome. Thank you guys for all that you do. We appreciate Matt and Dustin coming out and being with us. We've got another opportunity we're gonna talk to them about. I have my display here. So Mr. Al, I don't think you can zoom, but here it is. So You couldn't come to the library, so we brought the library to you. This is the visual. This is not your grandma's library anymore. Bright colors, fun. This is a very similar mural that we have downstairs in the children's library. So if you haven't been in, come see us. We are now a 21st century library and have been since 2017. And what does that mean to you? What is a 21st century library? That is a library that brings you current technology in multimedia formats. So we have everything from being able to download to your iPad, to your smartphone, and that goes for video, audiobooks, ebooks, resources, tons of resources. We've got Capstone interactive ebooks. We've got Scholastic Book Flicks. I'm getting a little nervous because I'm seeing Dustin kind of grin. These interactive ebooks are not only fun for kids, but they're fun for grown-ups too. Especially, you know, it's almost like those little weird cartoons they got now for little ones where they don't even talk, but you're laughing, you're rolling in the floor laughing because they're so funny. But these are some little cards that we brought for those of you that are here. Those that are not, just stop by. We can hook you up. This is just a sampling of some of the materials that you can check out at the library, all the way from our emerging, you know, our little learners. We've got the board books, trying to highlight some girl power, fiction, nonfiction. I brought one, how to get a green card. We do still have material that's reference type, but you can check it out now. It's not just at the library and you can only access it at the library. Something that I could not bring today was our history room. If you're interested in local history or genealogy, we have one of the best rooms in the state, maybe even the whole United States. In a time where libraries are having to get rid of their local history and genealogy, we're gathering it in, and because of that, we are visited by people from all over the country and even the world. I think we had some folks from Dublin, Ireland, and other places that are just visiting, and that's what they came for. They wanted some records. So check it out. If you're just curious, maybe you want to know when your house was, you know, what did it look like 50 years ago? You just might find a photograph and some information about your home. So talking about these online resources, the Capstone interactive ebooks, there's, speaking of food and wellness, we have A to Z food database, tons of recipes, geography, and I'm thinking about the bridge program and with these kids, you know, cooking, easy recipes, that kind of thing, easy to follow, anything that has to do with learning or information, we're your people, just like always, but in a 21st century format. Also highlighting our Friends of the Library today. We're super excited about an opportunity with our Friends of the Library where we are sponsoring, and I say we because I'm a friend of the library too. I would be remiss as a director to not be part of the Friends of the Library, but we have a couple of positive action sponsorships that folks can do. One is we're providing books. There's some pizza parties thrown in. There's a painting session, and I think we're nearly funded to get these going. Yay! So we just want to do our bit. If there's anything we can do to help with that, we will. And how do the Friends do that? They do that through book sales. They do that through selling little microfiber cloths. These things are the neatest things. We were disappointed they didn't come in their own little bag, but aren't they cute? I mean, hello, this is our new Friends of the Library logo, which plays off of the library's logo. I think these are $2. $2. Oh, wow. $2. Don't ever clean your glasses with your shirt, especially if it's got fabric softener. A little bit of librarian trivia, because it will scratch your glasses. Isn't that funny? softens your clothes, but will tear your glasses up. They're really rocking and rolling. We've got some energetic folks on board, and we're happy to see some of the changes. You know, not because we are just really lacking energy at the library. Again, we're not your granny's library. We do have quiet times, as mentioned in the spotlight in the newsletter. Beautiful job on that newsletter, by the way. But there are quiet times, but most of the time it's a bustling place. So you have to learn the ebb and flow of the library to know when to come study. So we are excited. We welcome thousands each month, even during COVID. We had a few short weeks, a couple of times, where we had to do curbside only. But even doing curbside, we helped thousands of people. All we did, we just took the library to the curb to make it safer for everybody. You can get a notary, copy, faxing, scanning, laminating, do research. I'm just trying to think of all the things that I can throw at you. But we are excited about what the future holds for the library and these partnerships. We have more partners than we've ever had. We've always been a community partner, but it seems like we are now beginning to attract folks who are coming to us instead of us having to beat down doors, which in the past was so much of what we were doing. So this marks my 14th year with the library. We've seen a lot of changes. The biggest one was the renovation, but we are already out of space. We didn't gain any space. We just made the best use of what we had. And so that's the goal. Our 100th anniversary is 2025, and I'm ready to break ground in 2025. I don't care if it takes us a few more years after that, but I would love to have a place either for expanding or a new library because we need it. We truly do need it. Has anybody got any questions? I didn't know how much time I had.
Can you please tell us about the coloring program?
I will. That is another amazing partnership that we have. Every month, we have coloring sheets that these ladies provide us with that have the coolest slogans. And our kids that participate, or those that participate, if they win, that coloring sheet will be that month's artwork for a 2022 Franklin County Library calendar, and it has been successful. We appreciate that partnership. Trying to think of some other things. I could go on and on about partnerships. We are excited about a new one that's coming with our police departments. We're so excited. We want to help them get in a positive light in Franklin County because we appreciate what they do. Absolutely. We're here for you. If you need us, let us know. And again, not your granny's library. If that's what you like, I'm sorry.
And I gotta say, you ladies have been absolutely fantastic to partner with, brainstorm with, come up with ideas and how we can work together. Very supportive of the Bridge program. For our other partners out there, if you're not connected with the library, you are really missing out because there's a space for everybody.
Yeah, where you at? Where you at? I didn't mention the little free libraries.
No.
We now have almost 20 that we put into the community. We are so excited. You guys got 2. 3. All right. So there's 3 of them. So I'm excited to see what you guys do with them, put them out. And that is a partnership again with our Friends of the Library. The book donations that the library receives, that's what provides the fodder for book sales and our little free library. So we have the only used bookstore in Franklin County called the Book Nook. It's mobile. It's mobile. So come see us. Cheap prices. $2 for a new book. $2. Bag sale once a month. Second Monday.
Okay.
Second Monday, bag sale. $5 to fill up this bag. You get the bag plus fill it for $5.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Where's that at?
The Franklin County Library. 105 South Porter Street, right here in Winchester, just a few blocks that way.
Did you say $2 for a new book?
$2. We have folks, yes. Some of them haven't even been cracked open. Maybe somebody got it as a gift, wasn't really their thing. And it's things like, you know, Clive Cussler, Steve Berry, Isabel Lindy, you know, popular, James Patterson, oh my goodness, what does that guy do but write? Danielle Steele, nonfiction, cookbooks, oh my goodness, cookbooks, just plethora of cookbooks. I don't know if they just get them and it's one or two recipes, they write it down and then they donate it, which is great for us. But believe it or not, those dollars add up because just this year, the Friends of the Library partnered with our library foundation to provide the new shelving 3 years later for our new children's library. This was a project costing upwards of $30,000. And the Friends of the Library paid for a $6,000 book browser. So from those dollars, so those dollars count. They also provide programming and training for the staff, for the community, programs for our kids. So come to the library, become a friend of the library. It's $20 a year. You get a bag plus a $20 book note gift certificate. So it's virtually free. We appreciate it. I'm also hiring for 2 new library clerks, by the way. You just opened the door, Melanie. 2 new library clerks. We'd love to have you join our team. Please leave your resume with me or the Franklin County Finance Office, part-time. You know somebody, send them my way. You interested?
No, man.
You look very excited. I was like, all right. You know,
I know some people.
it'd be nice to have a man on my team. One time we had a young man who was, he was fixing to go to college, and I kid you not, lady comes to the desk, because historically it's women that are librarians. And usually when you think librarian, this is what you see. But not the braid, you see a bun, glasses, skirt, that kind of thing. But this lady walks up to the counter, true story, and she looks up and she says, "You're a man." He did not know what to do, bless his heart, and she said, "I'm just used to the ladies waiting on you. Can I please have a lady wait on me?" She literally made him go get one of us. Cracks me up. He's not with us anymore. He moved on to better and brighter things, thank goodness, bless his heart. But really and truly, we do need 2 library clerks. We'd love to have them in and train before summer reading hits in June. We're back to the grind, and programs are lined up. We're gonna have camps, free camps, all this is free stuff. So we got yoga coming, we got chess club that is just, it's grown so big, we had to separate it in 2 classes. You would be surprised what people are interested in nowadays. COVID just flipped us all around, didn't it? Thank you all. Hope I didn't take too much time.
Thank you. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation. It's always full of energy and always glad to hear exactly what's going on out there, because there is a lot happening at the
Yes.
library. So if you haven't been part of that, I know I want to know about the summer camps, and definitely the book sale for $2 for a brand new book is
Mhm.
great price. So Jesse, AmeriCorps Vista update?
So, most of you have met Katie. She joined us last May, and it's been a hard year because of COVID, and she can't get out and do a lot of the things that I know she wanted to. But with the AmeriCorps Vista program, we have we're dedicated for 3 years, and each year we get a new Vista, and her job is to build capacity. So this is her last coalition meeting, and I just got to brag a little bit on what she's done, because, you know, her job is to build a capacity so that we can do more. And so she has done lesson plans for us that we can pull out. We have a lot of activities that she made, you know, that she researched and figured out how to do that, you know, some virtual, some in person, that we can just go and say like, okay, we need a family activity for family engagement night. And I can just go to her database and pull some things. So that has been by far the best thing, because, you know, we spend a lot of time trying to come up with these ideas and what's going to work. And, you know, we're able to really focus on growing, and she can do that back work. So that's been great. She's done things like the virtual escape rooms, that's for teens. They've loved it. She's come up with ideas for us to do, with teens and persons. We've done a lot of those at Rain. Presentations that I can pull up. She's gotten the Count It Lock It Drop It program where we've had it, but she's really focused on it, was able to grow it, create partnerships that way for us. And she'll do, you know, just like research on little things for me. She's helped me write 2 grants.
Wow.
She's been absolutely godsend. Like I keep telling her you're not allowed to leave. Like, I feel almost sorry for the next Vista that we get because she's really has a hard act to follow. So, Katie, do you want to add anything that you've learned, any experiences you want to share?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I think for me, like, I moved from Pennsylvania to this Vista position. And it was something that I really just wanted to expose myself to, like, a very different community from where I grew up in. And this has been just like one of the most amazing years. It's been crazy with COVID, but just learning from everyone that I've worked with, everyone that I've interacted with, I feel like I've learned something from. I've learned so much about like substance abuse, but also just like about like working with people who are different from myself and things like that. And so yeah, I'm so grateful for having this, for having had this year. And yeah, I can't believe it went by so fast. So yeah, that's
So I just want to give her congratulations. Job well done. If any of our partners ever have the opportunity to get AmeriCorps Vista program, it is so worth it. They've been wonderful to work with. And like I said, Katie has been absolutely phenomenal. So I've met some of the other Vistas, you know, it's the people that want to go spend a year serving, because, and that's what it is. It's a volunteer position with a small stipend so that, you know, they can eat kind of, you know, it's very, very small. You know, but they want to just go serve for a year. The kind of individual that you get to work with is amazing. So I can't say enough about AmeriCorps Vista.
Tell us about the community stand.
You guys have seen me
Looks like
get
it was-
mad.
Looks like it was interesting.
Well, there's one shop I haven't gone into yet, because I don't think I'll be able to keep it under control. But every now and then, we gotta get out into the, look, I'm so like mad about it. I gotta stand up. But it's like we're on Zoom and I'm standing. But you know, we gotta get out into the community and we need to see what's there. You know, if you walk into a store and you're just kind of blinded by everything but what you want to get, you're never going to see what's happening. And before you know it, it's not just introduced into the community, it's embedded in it. So I challenge all of you to go into a store and really take a look. If you can go to the first slide. So we walk by things, if Al's going to follow me, but we walk by things that look like that. Okay. So you go into a gas station and you just walk by this colorful stuff and you're like, I don't know what that is. And you just let it go. Then you're giving passive permission that you're okay with what they're selling. Now, I'm going to tell you, I didn't find anything illegal, but I found legal items that are troubling, that if you knew what they really were, you would be troubled by it too. You know, in the past, we've done a really good job of seeing things in this community and saying, not here, not in Franklin County, it's gotta go. We were able to make selling, I can never say Sudafed, real name for Sudafed correctly. So we're gonna say you can't buy Sudafed without a prescription, okay? Because community members said, we're not having this. And that was one of the things that we did to prevent meth. We've done things like, we're not going to sell bath salts. If it's synthetic, you can't sell it, not here in our county. So we need to get that kind of passion again, and we need to take a look at what's going on here. So let me show you some of the things we found. These, very colorful, they look like toys. I've got some here. This is a shark, okay? But it's for tobacco use only, because we all smoke tobacco out of a pipe like this, right? And definitely as an adult, would you like to smoke your tobacco with a shark? Okay, who is this for? This isn't even for like teenagers. You know who this interests? My 6-year-old. Okay. Oh, look at that shark, mama. Can I have it?
Excuse me? No, well, let's go look at the candy bars that are sitting right next to it. Okay, this is a problem, but it's been around for a while. Other colorful things. Now I'm going to tell you the store that we took this crazy picture in. That store has it in an area that you're supposed to be 18 to get into, but it doesn't even have a curtain covering it anymore. All right, and then that big display right there in the middle of the store. Go ahead. This is the proof. Mel had to take proof that I was shopping for this stuff. This particular display, and we did buy some things from here so I could show you what it is that we found. This particular owner is someone I've worked with for years. He really does try to do the right thing. He has a gas station, and when he bought that gas station, they had a whole, I mean, like that first thing, that's what his gas station looked like. And he bought it, he ripped it all out and got rid of it. Like, he didn't even sell it, he tossed it. He's like, I'm not selling this in my store. But now that he has a tobacco store, he sells it. And what he told me, he's like, Jesse, I know, it's bad, it's horrible, but you have to be 21 to enter my store. So I'm not even letting kids see this thing. It's like, okay, I don't like it, but I can respect that. So, well, I did purchase some items, and that's the guy that we bought it from, just because I want to support someone and he really is a big advocate of what we do. Kind of like the shark. Anyone want to smoke their tobacco out of an ice cream cone? Have you seen these?
No, but I thought it was one of those squishies.
It is a squishy.
Oh.
It is a squishy.
Yeah. It looks like a dog food.
With glass on top, so you can smoke something out of it. Like, are you serious? All right, okay. Okay, now this was really concerning, guys. Mel and I, 2 years ago, went to a conference and we learned all about marijuana and from states where marijuana is legal. Okay, so in marijuana dispensaries, they have verbiage. One of the things that they use is Kush. Okay, so you hear Kush, that's marijuana. Okay, it's a certain strain of marijuana. The other two is sativa days, which is an upper, and indica nights, which is a downer, supposed to relax you. Okay, these are strands of marijuana. This is in Franklin County. It says Kush. It's spelled the way Kush is spelled. K-U-S-H. Sativa. So these are marijuana terms, okay? With the marijuana leaf, all right? It says premium delta 8. Is the delta 8 the next slide? Oh. Okay, these are fun. I got this here in my hand. Hope the owl keeps up with me. Sorry if I'm making the Zoom people dizzy by walking around everywhere. All right, so there's a picture on the other side of this little test. This test is $8. We saw it in almost every store that is selling Delta 8. All right, and this is a THC tracker, and it says know your level. So you can take this test and you can know your THC level so that you know how much you can smoke and how long it's going to get out of your system. $8. And then Delta 8, and this is the little vape thing, right? Okay, so it goes on top of the vape pen. Okay, and this one is 1,000 mg. There was another one that had 8 something on it. So, I mean, there's different levels that you can get, okay? Oh yeah, that's 870. This one's 1,000. So, Matt, because I can't explain it like you can.
Yeah, sure. So when you're talking about marijuana, Delta 9 is the active ingredient in marijuana that actually gets you high. So what Delta 8 is, it is also an active ingredient in marijuana. is not as strong. The main difference between the two is where there's a carbon molecule sits in the actual, the chemical compound. But Delta 8 is legal in all, or federally legal in all 50 states, so it can be mailed, it can be shipped. There are certain states that don't allow it to be sold in gas stations in their state. Tennessee's not one of those. But even in those states, you can still order to have it shipped to you. It still does get you high. It's not as strong. You're not going to get a lot of the paranoia and stuff that comes with the Delta 9 and the regular marijuana. And yeah, it's still going to make you feel a drug test as well. So it's pretty crazy that it's just being sold in gas stations.
So if I smoke marijuana or I smoke Delta 8, the difference is the intensity of the high?
Yeah.
So if I smoke enough of this, will I get that same intensity? So if I smoke a lot of this Delta 8, I can have the same intensity as smoking straight marijuana. And if I smoke this Delta 8, I will still fail a THC drug test.
Correct.
So my question is, and I'm gonna need some help, because I haven't had a chance to research this, and I'm hoping maybe some of our drug court people can answer this. If someone fails for it and they're smoking Delta 8, is there a test that can tell the difference?
If they send it to a lab, they should be able to tell the difference.
But-
Laboratory test, that's going to be about it.
What lab? Like, does it have to go to the TBI lab where there's, a 5-year backlog? I don't know if it's 5 years, but, it seems like forever. Is there? Is anyone responding? Okay. So that's something we need to find out, and what is this doing for our employers? Employers will randomly drug screen. So if you pop for THC, is it a problem? Are we just making it basically marijuana legal because we can't enforce it? If you, if it's a legal issue, you're caught in law enforcement and you fail for THC, can they even charge you anymore? Because do they have the resources to send it out to the specific lab that can figure it out? It creates all of these different questions, and it seems to me like we're just paving the way and saying marijuana is okay. We've got straight hemp cigarettes.
Miss Katie from Mobile Processes are seeing more Delta 8 usage from clients in some of their process assessments. too.
Wow. Now, what can we do about it, guys? So these are the things that I bought. We see this in a teenager's room. Are we going to question this at all? $11.99. Oh, yep, it's a grinder. I already showed you my beautiful candy cigarettes, and then our straight 8 blend. These are menthol. This one stumped me. This was $24.99, and it was sold right next to this lovely pipe. It's not a pipe. It connects. What do you call it? A bong mouthpiece. This looks like a gun. In case you guys can't see that clearly. I mean, it's crazy.
Blow your weed.
Right, because you do it like this. Like literally you blow in your face.
Miss Paula says that they have cups at drugstore that test for spice marijuana. There are so many different ones.
You have to be your synthetic stuff. There's quite a few different chemicals that they put in that, but there's, I think, 8 or 9 of them that are more standard that they can screen for.
That's crazy. Like, can testing even keep up anymore? Here's a paint that has 2 different flavors in it. This is, I can't even read it. Banana blue. Like, and they're not marketing to me, I can tell you that. Gummy flavor. And it smells like it too. This one smells really good. It's like a little candy shop. Are they marketing to grown people?
mango peach. Personally, I think this one stinks, but mango peach, like this is sitting right there. And in fact, stores say if you buy a vape, you have to smoke it before you leave to make sure it works. So they're encouraging you right there in the gas station to go ahead and vape. It's
And why
killing me.
the disposable?
The disposables, because they're not working. And people are coming back saying it's not working, but then, they're scamming too, so. He gave me this one, because this was one that was returned. It's raspberry, very pretty. It just kills me, it's sitting right there. In previous scans, we found synthetic urine, we're still seeing this out there. Our $5, our brown bag special, that's got everything you need for a crack pipe. We see these everywhere. We've seen these. I mean, why would this be at a gas station behind a counter? I'm just saying, it's not because they want to go clean up, go home and clean. That's not what they're being sold for. So this stuff is still out there. And my question is, what can we do about it? Now, the scariest one, I gotta find my notes, because this is what Katie helped research this for me, because I knew the basics, but I want to make sure I said it right. So this Tiana Red is a supplement. There's 15 in that bottle, and I believe it was like $28, okay, for the bottle. And same thing with the Zaza, the red and the silver. And the main ingredient in this supplement, dietary supplement, is tianeptine, okay? It's a synthetic drug. It is supposed to help with anxiety and depression, and you take one capsule. People are taking the entire bottle, 7 to 15 capsules, okay? Because it produces a high. The tianeptine hits the opioid receptor, okay? The same as opioids. And it is banned. It's banned in Alabama. They just made that effective March 1st. Okay, so it is now banned in Alabama. So I think what's happening is they're moving this way to sell it, because how close are we to the Alabama border? All right, this store, this was in Huntland, which is where I live. And someone new bought this new market, or this market used to be really run down, and they cleaned it up, made it look nice. So we went in there to introduce ourselves. That was the day I went around making people feel uncomfortable because I was asking all kinds of questions. And so as I introduced myself, I said, do you know what this stuff does? And so we're explaining to him that, people take this and they get high off it. There are withdrawal symptoms from it. People are ending up in the hospital because of this. And you can overdose from this, okay, in high doses, which is what they're doing. And so this gentleman actually said, okay, do you want me to take it off my shelves? And I had to tell him, because I can't misrepresent myself, that you know what? I can't tell you it's illegal, because it's not. I can tell you that I don't like it, that my kids live in this community, that I live here, and I don't want people in my community getting hurt by it. So yes, I would very much appreciate it if you got rid of it. So he took all 15 bottles and threw them, or he put them in a bag. I have not seen him come back. So if he has it, at least it's under the counter. So
$27.99 a bottle too.
correct. The other owners that I've talked to, oh, I won't buy anymore. The same rigmarole I've been hearing for years when they're selling stupid stuff like this, which of course they're getting new. So, it's illegal in Alabama. How do they make it illegal in Alabama? Because the citizens stood up and said, this is bad, it's not gonna happen in our community, and it's gotta go. What's it gonna take for me to have people stand behind me and say, this has gotta go? That was my last slide. Questions, comments, concerns, observations, ideas?
Was it all the stores that sold the individual cartridges, that wanted them to smoke it on site, or was it a particular store?
No, I've seen most of them that sold the disposables.
Because the problem with disposables is they have been very unreliable. They will get there and the battery will be dead, or they're leaking, or, you know, whatever.
Was it convenience stores too or tobacco stores?
Convenience stores. And, well, the tobacco store that we bought this stuff from, he had to sign up with it too, and he was the one that would, you know, actually talk to us about it. And, you know, it happens occasionally, but once people caught on that they could come back and say, oh, mine didn't work. You know, give me another one, then they start, you know, they're doing it to protect themselves because these things are cheaply made and not reliable.
Or they're selling dope?
Or, yeah, no. So, other questions, concerns, comments, observations, ideas?
So what was the process in the previous statutes that the county has done or city has done to, like, with the bath salts and Molly plant food and all that stuff to get it banned? Do you not do the same process to get this stuff?
Yeah, it was local ordinances, it was a county ordinance, they should still be around somewhere, it was on the synthetics. But, you know, you push it hard enough, I mean, I think you can make it happen. Of course, you're gonna have to get the community around you, and the first people that you're gonna have to get around you are gonna be your law enforcement. Because they're the ones that's gonna have to be out there saying, you know, we don't want this in our community, and then you have to do it city by city, like we did with the Stop Meth Now. Each city will have to adopt that ordinance if they don't want this garbage sold in their store. And then they come back and say, we don't want this. We do not want these types of products. Everything that you've shown on your environmental scan, you have to get with each mayor, each law enforcement, and go in together and say, we as a community don't want this in our stores.
So even though it's legal, then they still can't sell it?
Well, I mean, it depends. Again, I would get my law enforcement and ask, and my mayor, because there's something about commerce and trade, you can't get in that line there. But I would get with my law enforcement and my county mayors, or not just the county mayor, but my city mayors, and start having conversation about that. And then I would also talk with them about allowing that type of stuff, because we have the coalition has policies that were passed for like festivals and things, that they couldn't sell anything, like the roach clips, anything with a marijuana leaf on it, and all that. That was signed, you know, years ago. But I would get with them and I would have conversations saying, okay, I know it's a business coming into your community, because I know I sent you pictures from that strip mall store that crap needs to go. I'm standing. But the kratom needs to go, you know, out of these stores. So I would get with those, the mayors and the city councils of those communities and say, I know that this generates revenue for your community, but is it really worth it to see what it's doing to your community? Yeah, when it's killing your community and it's changing the perception of harm for children for drug use. And again, it's also impacting your business, you know, your industry in the community, because like you said, they have the test to test what level is your THC at. And, you know, regardless if you're high from an illegal drug or a legal drug, when you're still in that business working, whether industry working, you're still high, meaning you're impaired, which puts you at risk of, you know, self-harm or harming someone else.
Even the stores where little children can go into and they see all of these products. Just last week, I got a letter from my kids' elementary school that some of their peers have been caught with vape. So, I mean, that's how fast it's trickling down.
We taught, or Jesse taught, vape at the Rankin Center, and my fifth grade nephew was like, I got it offered the other day in the bathroom at school. It is definitely going more.
It's going down, yeah. Because the first, you know, several years ago, it started in the high school and then middle school.
Not an elementary.
And then, yeah, it'll continue to go on down.
So, I mean, I hate to stop the conversation, and we can keep going in the room, but I know people on Zoom were past time. If there's someone that wants to stand with me on this, I need at least 5 people outside of our coalition, our employees of the coalition, to help me. stand against this, because I cannot make this happen on my own. So if you would stand up with me, if you could, just send me an email, give us a call, and let's get some committees going, and let's do something about this.
Jesse, would you be willing to do a virtual series with me and Kathy, we put it on
Sure,
social media?
sure. Absolutely. I'll get on my soapbox.
And as far as finding out about the legalities of all that, I would get, maybe Sheriff Fuller, you're talking about how much you can arrest someone or whatever. I would find out from him if he would be willing to come on.
We were gonna go talk to Steve too.
Okay.
What's his last name?
What?
One.
Oh, yeah. That'd be another good one.
So. I was worried when CBD came in because, that was the first. And, I saw this coming and, we go to these conferences and we're hearing about all the stuff that's happening in these big cities. And it takes a while to end up here in Franklin County, but it's here. That stuff right there is gonna kill people. In January, I had a parent call me and he was hot, he was livid. He's like, how is this stuff in the community? What are you gonna do about it? And that's when I started researching this stuff, because I remember hearing about it. And now, I couldn't find it anywhere. I didn't know where he got it from. It was in at least, 5 of our stores. So, it's here. All right.
All right, any community, I know Melanie said a lot of people were getting off of the Zoom. But very quickly, I know at the bottom of the agenda, it talks about the upcoming events, but do any of our partners have any announcements that they need to make?
I do.
Go ahead, Mandy.
Okay. Hey, I'm Mandy Easterly. I'm going to be the health educator for Franklin County for Step Ahead Chattanooga. I was assigned this from Michelle. We have a webinar coming up called Tough Talks and Honest Answers. We have partnered with CADIS and TSPN. So I put the link to that Eventbrite in the chat if you want to share that. I also sent it to Sophia to send out. And I look forward to working with you all. If you have anything that I can be a part of, I would love to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Melanie?
Yeah.
Her flyer should be in the packet that I sent you.
It was unreadable, so I don't
Okay.
have the slide for that, but, we will share it on social media also.
Okay.
And I will upload it to the Prevention Coalition's website and it'll be available there.
Hey, and I don't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to take a second to introduce myself. My name's Lindsay Bass, and I'm the new Safe Kids Southeast coordinator. So if you guys need any car seats or anything in that aspect, you can feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the chat box. And then hopefully I'll be getting into a class by the end of the month for car seats and be able to install them. So again, reach out to me if you have any needs in that aspect. Also, any upcoming events I would love to be a part of and to be in the loop. So if you guys need anything, just reach out to me and I look forward to working with you guys soon.
Awesome.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I just want to give a shout out for the Franklin County Faith-Based Recovery Coalition, Tricia Burks-Jelks, and we're doing a lot of things. Some of you would stop by our office out at the annex, check us out, but some announcements coming forward probably at the next meeting. Thank you.
Miss Patricia?
Yes.
It'd be great to have that faith-based coalition get on this bandwagon here with Jesse to get these convenience stores cleaned up.
I was thinking about it. I'm gonna call offline and talk about it.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
I was thinking about it. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, We've got camp, coming up, registration's open now. Spring into summer dance, where's that at, Melanie?
That is gonna be at the old high school.
So, okay, last year at Thrive, we challenged the youth to come up with ideas that they want, or some problems in the community they want to solve. One of those groups said that they want more recreation stuff for youth. And so they want a rec center. So they have spent this whole time talking about what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it. They have presentations ready, they're ready to talk to stakeholders. And so this is their introduction and trying to raise awareness within their peers. So that, the other youth can get involved. They're gonna have a petition that they can sign. We've invited the community, or the county commissioners so that they can hear the youth talk about their needs. And they're doing this as a dance and a have fun Friday night. So that's gonna be at the annex of the football field. So the youth, they planned it and they are executing it and it's all there. So it's wonderful.
Okay. Again, the community one day outreach, one day event's gonna be happening, Life Choices Walk, and, the High on the Hawk is gonna be happening. So next meeting, May the 17th, 2021. And, Jesse, hybrid again?
Yes.
Hybrid again. So I look forward to being here, May 17th with you all, and also with everybody on Zoom. So if we could get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make a motion.
Second. Jesse, made the motion, Alan Burnett seconded. We'll see everyone on May the 17th.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Probably it's a matter of getting a hold.
Yeah, just fine.
Patricia,